Even though it's the first part of February, spring will be here before we know it. And our OSU Extension equine specialist, Dr. Kris Hiney, says now's a great time to start thinking about a deworming program for your horses.
Deworming practices for horses have certainly evolved over time, from our traditional every 2 months and maybe rotating dewormers to now thinking about a more strategic approach based on how many eggs that we actually find in the feces of the horses. But even so, if you're following a strategic program, we recommend that we do deworm horses in the spring, typically March or April. That's because as temperatures warm up, those worms inside the horse start to lay eggs. And so we don't want those female worms passing a large amount of eggs onto the pasture of the horse. One of the reasons that we recommend strategic deworming is actually due to the growing incidence of anthelmintic resistance, or essentially the parasites are evolving to not really be susceptible to the drugs that we use anymore. So it is important that we do things practically, logically, what is best for the horse health, but think about our long-term efficacy of these drugs. So in general, we're always going to recommend deworming the horse at least twice a year, spring and fall. Typically in the fall, we're going to use something that's a boticide to take care of the stomach bots. Beyond that, the frequency of deworming is going to be based on the horse's age, as well as their fecal egg count, or how many parasites they're actually holding. So we always think about targeting a deworming for March or April, followed by some checks to see if your dewormer has been effective, and then doing our frequency of deworming based on what we find in the horse's manure. So you can set it on your calendar. This is the time of year to start that first deworming of the year.